Hi everyone, my name's Britton Klein, Ad Sales Manager, and welcome to this week's edition of Marketing Minutes by Scuba Diving Industry Magazine.
And I'm William Klein, publisher, and welcome to our show. If you're a dive company out there, would like to get on this show, reach out to us through scubadivingindustry.com. We'd love to talk to you. So Britton, who do we have lined up for today?
That's right. So today we have Yasmany Fuentes and Lauren Vail from Scuba Co Travel and Fantasy Island Dive Resort, Roatan. So Yas, Lauren, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Great being here.
Thanks for joining us, Britton. So we met Lauren at Beneath the Sea back in New Jersey a few weeks ago, and it was a dive show in New Jersey, of course, and she had a fascinating story about her travel company, and I can't wait to get into today's show.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, but just to dive right into things, could you start off by telling us a little bit about your travel company, Scuba Co Travel, and how did it get started? What sets you apart from, the other travel sellers out there?
Good question.
So what set us to start on this path on our life was that we had been doing diving and travel out of our scuba store, the Scuba Company. And we have been working with other wholesalers. And one of the things that we found was that it was just a money grab. And I don't mean that in an offensive way or anything, but it was literally, you book a location, they give you a pamphlet, telling you dates, monies, and when everything's due in the contract, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
When it came down to helping or being on the trip and having questions asked, or an emergency pops up, or we want to change something last minute, it was so strict that it was not fitting our profile on how we like to take care of our customers. So we decided, we could do better to our customers and make sure that our customers are enjoying themselves a lot better and have a better experience by us taking care of them an extra level than what the wholesalers in the market were offering at the time. So we changed the dynamic and we started our own path, making ourselves our own wholesalers, travel agents, and partnering with resorts.
Very cool.
So cool.
Very cool. So let's talk about one of your special programs I was fascinated with. You mentioned this program called Black Ops Travel, and you sent us a cool video, but I think it's better just to tell everybody kind of how this works and how you do it. And others, I think, are going to be really fascinated by this and take as much time to go into detail because it's a pretty cool program that you've done.
True.
Well, I'll explain it how I explain it to our travelers. What do you want to know about it?
Where
so a typical question we get.
Yeah, where are they going?
Where
right?
we're going. We'll find that at the airport. The next question typically is how much it costs. And we list out what the cost is based on which trip it is. So for this year, it's $4,200. Then they'll ask, what are we doing? I don't know. Classified. You'll find out when you get there.
So,
Everything after that is classified. So here in Albuquerque, we've got a huge military base and the last national labs. So we work with a lot of military and they're really big on adventure and they're used to things being told, show up and find out. So it works really well for our clientele here. We started it 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago. It came to us as an idea from one of our instructors who wanted to surprise his friends for his birthday. And we took it from there and launched it into what is now called our Black Ops. And we do it once a year. We announce it with special envelopes that show up. You're not allowed to tell anybody that you're going on the trip. You have code names. There's all sorts of different activities and challenges that you do. And each one of them correlate into points. And at the end of the trip, there's a prize for whoever has the most points. What was your favorite part of the first one?
The favorite part of the first one was literally when we arrive at the airport, you only get one piece of the puzzle. You get the destination. From there on out, you have so much more that you have to figure out. Each day, you're figuring out where's the next activity. It's not just, oh, you're just going diving. Oh, I figured it out. I know the place. Wow, surprise is over. No, each day is an adventure. It's no longer just a dive trip. We have now developed into a 50-50 split. We're doing diving and we're doing adventuring, and each day they earn those points that Lauren was talking about. And at the end of the trip, the person or the group that has the most amount of points get money, $500, $1,000, a free trip. This is how we've developed this trip to be a challenge. And if you break the rules, there's penalties. You don't get money back that you put in for part of the deposit. If you tell someone, you won't be invited to the next trip. So
That's
it was
great.
very, like, you can't ask someone,
Mhm.
I can't go up to Lauren, hey, are you going on the Black Ops trip? That automatically kicks me off the trip.
Right.
Wow.
So these rules and these games, there's a lot of secretive going on. And we had a dive social here at the shop the other day. And there were people that were going on the trip. And I warned one of them, was like, stepping over the line.
Yeah.
Don't step over the line.
So,
That's
Lauren, tell
awesome.
us a little about, you mentioned at the show that we were at, some of the activities that you actually do, that you have the people go through for competition wise.
We've done underwater math problems, obviously within respect to safety. So it was up to the dive guide's discretion for that particular trip, but they all buried in behind a reef wall. They had a minute to answer each team member had 6 different math problems. They came up, those correlated to a letter of the alphabet, and it spelt out a word. And for that particular night, I told everybody we were meeting in the lobby at, I think it was 10 o'clock. And they're all looking at me like, it's midweek, we're tired. I was like, hey, it's your choice. You can either come with me at 10 o'clock and find out what we're doing, or you can stay behind. I'm not going to force you to do anything,
Right.
but I am going to tell you, if you don't come with me, that tomorrow morning you're going to be really upset. And what they got to do was, we were in Cozumel, so they got to go and see the turtles come in and lay their eggs, which was super fantastic. We got to see quite a few nests, and they got to watch all the conservation that happens with all that. But they happened to have a hurricane that came through the week prior, which we were watching very closely to make sure we could go. But they also had some hatchings. So we got both sides of the cycle, which was a big surprise to me, which is
Very cool.
really unusual on these trips. As you can imagine, as a coordinator, I know everything that's going on, but they brought me a bucket and everybody got to release a set of sea turtles. So we actually got to watch them go into the ocean at night and take that first swim. So it was really, really fun. So those are kind of different little activities that they flow into things. One of my other favorite ones is the culture. So we like to incorporate the city or the location that we're going. So we work really closely with the dive operations who know their local cities and their local shops. And it was a complete scavenger hunt for the week. So they had to go into different shops, follow different directions, take different
Very
pictures,
cool. Wow.
and got them out in the local community to see something they wouldn't traditionally see, or find something. One of them, they had to say a code word into a shop and buy something under a certain dollar threshold, and whoever had the best item under that threshold coming back won the points. So different things like that is completely how the trips kind of go, and it's up to location and kind of things that we're going to do on how we base the games.
Wow.
So cool.
Wow.
Wow. So since our audience is retailers and dive pros, could you tell us a little bit about your group trip experience and why a retailer should reach out to you for their next group trip?
So our retailers should reach out to us for one particular reason. We're not just a wholesaler. We have resorts that we are partnered with that we're more than a wholesaler. We have the US rights, Canada rights to sell these trips, higher than a wholesaler. Wholesalers do a great job and they take care of dive shops all the time. We go a step further. We're going to communicate with you step by step of the way. When you head into the airport, we're going to let you know, hey, the airport is having some delays on your flight. You're having some weather issue. Prepare for this. We're not just collecting money. We're trying to make your trip ideal for what we want. We have dive shops that are signing up with us that are telling us, hey, we have this people that are having a birthday or they're having an anniversary, or we would like to try and do this types of certifications on site. We go a step ahead and we make sure that those types of requests are being met by the dive operation, the dive resort, or even ourselves, that we make sure that they're well taken care of on any needs that they have. So that's one of the biggest things, that we make sure that they're taken care of from door to door. And when they're on the trip, if there's an emergency, they can call us at any moment. It's like, hey, no one's at the front desk, but we're having an issue getting into the key. Not a problem. Even from here in the United States, we're communicating with the dive shops and we're communicating with the resorts and the operators, and we can get people there to solve the problem, sometimes before they even have to leave their room to go to the front desk. That's the difference in Scuba Co Travel, is that we step above and beyond, not just collecting a paycheck from you and sending you on a trip. That doesn't do anything anymore. In today's day, every customer service, every customer that's a repeat customer is money in for the dive shops. And that's the most important thing that we offer here at Scuba Co Travel. That's why anyone can sign up with us and come be a part of us.
Great.
Love that.
That's
That's
incredible
awesome.
information. And I love the resiliency of the creativity of like the Black Ops trips. Anybody can do something like that. It's just a creative process. And you guys have done a great job. Let's switch
Very
gears a
much so.
bit. So Yaz, you're also a partner in Fantasy Island Dive Resort in Roatan, which recently had a bit of a tragedy. Can you talk to us about the rebuilding effort and when things will be operational again down there?
So it is a devastating tragedy. The resort did not burn down as much as the local news said. The resort is actually rebuilding itself quite fast. There's a restaurant that did not get touched or damaged, that was brand new and built. It was just not launched. That restaurant that you're seeing there will be ready, and all the rooms are going to be premium deluxe rooms. All the rooms that remain, which is a majority of the rooms, we only lost about 25 rooms. The majority of the rooms have all been gutted, and they're all being rebuilt to make premium deluxe rooms, giving divers direct access to the beach, tile floors, tile bathrooms, any amenity that Americans are used to. That is something that Fantasy is going to provide for you at the lowest rate possible for divers to continue getting 3 meals a day, unlimited alcohol, unlimited diving, and 3 boat dives a day. At a package and a resort that's not just, it's just diving, backpacking for divers. No, this is a luxury diving at an affordable rate. It's the largest resort on the island. They are very resilient. It is a big blow, but we're going to be back up on June 18th. They will be back up and running.
It's right around the corner.
That sounds amazing, and the diving looks spectacular as well. But could you tell us a little bit about the diving and where your resort is located, and what makes that area kind of unique compared to maybe some other resorts?
Yeah.
So our resort has a gazebo. Off the gazebo, there is 2 shipwrecks, a plane wreck, and 2 reef walls on the south side of the road. And that is literally off of there. The divers can go lead. We have a rope set in place that they go out and dive. When they jump off the gazebo, they don't have to walk for a long period of time or swim a shallow area for a long period of time to get to diving. Right. They can immediately drop from 5 feet all the way down to 33 feet and start exploring. Whether you're a muck diver and you head left from the gazebo and go into muck diving, or you head to the right and go check out the shipwrecks, plane wrecks. And if you go at the right time at night, I won't tell you what that is. You got to come down to Fantasy. I'll tell you what that is. You go at the right time at the night dive, I guarantee you will see 1 to 2 turtles on the shipwreck. Guaranteed.
No kidding.
Wow. Well, sounds like we need to do an on the road show down there, Britton. What do you say?
Made my list.
Yeah, maybe it coincide with your grand opening, right? That'd be cool. Well, it sounds amazing, and thank you, Yaz and Lauren, for taking the time here at this to talk to retailers out there about your very cool 2 companies. I assume you're going to be at the DEMA show, of course, and most people watching this are going to be there as well. So we'll look to catch up with you at that show as well, and Long Beach too. You're headed to Long Beach, Yaz, right?
Yes, I sure am. And on the retailers, I forgot to mention one thing that's really changed our perspective to other dive shops entirely, and people realizing this. We do not, whether your customer comes and reach out to us later down the line, like you go on a trip with us and you book with us, and your customer finds our trip down the line on our website and they sign up, your customer's name is going to go on this data bank. We're going to pull it up. We're going to see their name. We're going to call the dive shop that they originally booked with us, and we're going to call them and say, hey, that your customer has just signed up with a trip with us. Do you want to do the paperwork and get the commission and sell them up on some other stuff you want to do? Or do you want us to take care of them, do the paperwork, and you still get the commission?
Wow.
We're not like other agencies. We're not going to steal your customers. Your customers are yours. And that's really made the staple with the dive shops that are working with us. It really makes us stand out, that we really honor that. And your customers are your customers. And we want you to stay in business. We can't run all the
I love
shops.
that.
We want you to stay in business.
That customer for life concept is brilliant. Yeah, I've heard a few operators do that, and it really does make a huge difference. Well, thank you again. It's been a great show. We look forward to catching up with you at Long Beach in just a few weeks, and then Atlantic City right after that. So that's going to do it for us today, Brittany. I think it's going to be a wrap. It was a great show. Remember, you can watch all these episodes on our YouTube channel, which is at Scuba Diving Industry. You go to scubadivinindustry.com. You can look at all of our back issues, as well as every podcast series that we make. So that's going to do it for us. We'll see you next, maybe down in Roatan.
That's right.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.